Start talking, yeah? Kia ora. Look at all of that perfect spelling of kia ora. Super impressed. Kia ora, my name's Lou. I'm the International Manager at Rotorua NZ, and together with my gorgeous work wife, Alice, from Taupo, we are going to take you through 4 of the Central North Island regions. So, if we can get the PowerPoint presentation up. And so, what we're going to do today, there's a little bit of background, I suppose. There's 8 regions that make up the Central North Island, which include 3 touring routes. So, there's the Thermal Explorer Highway, the Pacific Coast Highway, and the Volcanic Loop Highway. Now, later on today, 2 of our other work wives are going to be online here talking about the regions that form the Pacific Coast Highway. But now, Alice and I are going to talk about the Thermal Explorer Highway and the Volcanic Loop Highway, which include the 4 regions of the Waikato, Rotorua, Taupo, and Ruapehu. So 4 regions, that's good value for money, isn't it? Alice and I will cover both of those. So let's take a little look at our map. So no great surprises there. There we are in the centre of the North Island. And our regions are really easy to get to. So main access into our regions is from Auckland International Airport, or New Zealand's largest airport. And what I think is really cool about our regions is we're really easy to navigate. We're relatively compact and perfect for self-touring, which we know visitors for the UK love to do. What's also really neat about the North Island is there's not a lot of drive times, I guess, unlike the South Island, where it's not unheard of to do 5, 6, 7-hour driving days. What we're talking about here is 1 to 2 to 3 hours. So there's a lot to see. Our regions, as you will see in a second, are very diverse, quite different from each other, and they are also home to many of New Zealand's must-dos. Important to emphasise tonight, today, your time, we aren't proposing that your clients visit all of our regions. Well, they could, and that would be fantastic. But what we are here to do tonight is to teach you about each of the different regions so that you can learn what's different and see how you can best meet your clients' holiday dreams with the regions that will best spin their holiday wheels. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a dive into the Waikato, but just to finish up as an overall view, is we highly recommend that 50% of your clients' time is in the North Island. So let's take a dive into the first region, but before we do that, I've just come back from North America and I've come home to spring, and it's absolutely gorgeous, which is just as well because I was waxing lyrical to everyone over in North America about how spring is the perfect time to see our part of the world. And here we go. This is what we're here to talk to you about. And look, there's a lot of information on that slide. You can see the 4 different regions we're talking about tonight and our average temperatures. But big picture, what you're going to find in the Thermal Explorer highways, you're going to find quite refreshing mornings, warm afternoons, vibrant landscapes. And of course, because it's not as busy, your clients can see all of our must-dos without all of those big crowds, because we're not on holiday and there's not a lot of mass visitors here. So it's certainly not like all of the images we see all over TikTok of Europe and what that's looking like at that time of year. So a lot quieter, and of course it'll be more affordable. Now, just for a little bit of bang for buck as well in terms of sightseeing time with daylight savings starting the last Sunday in September, it means your clients are going to have more time to enjoy our region's outdoor activities. So moving into the first of our regions now. Now, I'm obviously not Amy from the Waikato Tourism Board, but there is her details. So what I'm going to do now is take a dive into some of the amazing experiences that you can find in the beautiful Waikato region. So let's start with Hobbiton Movie Set, or Middle Earth, which is located just 2 hours from Auckland or 45 minutes up the road north of me here in Rotorua. Now, Hobbiton is the first living organic movie set in the world, and of course location of where the movies, the Lord of the Rings trilogies, and where The Hobbit was filmed. So visiting here, these movies really come to life, and there's something like 40% of visitors that go here have never read the books, seen the movies, have no intention of doing so. So you don't need to be a die-hard Lord of the Rings fan to really get the most out of this. Now, Hobbiton has a range of tours. Let's keep it easy. The guided tour, which is probably the most popular, this is a guided 2.5-hour tour of the movie set. So your clients will start at the Shire, they'll bus to the actual movie set, and they will do a walk through some of the 12 acres of the entire movie set. Now, since December, some super exciting additions to Hobbiton. Your clients can now explore the interior of a Hobbit's home at Bagshot Row. This is new, it's fantastic. Your clients will love exploring the very, very realistic interior of a Hobbit's home. You feel like you're in a doll's house, a Hobbit doll's house that you would have loved to have been inside when you were a child. So you explore that, and from there, you're off to the Hobbiton's biggest asset, the Green Dragon pub. Your clients will enjoy a complimentary drink. It's included in the tour, and all of the drinks there, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, are brewed expressly for Hobbiton, so you're not going to have them anywhere else. So that was a 2.5 hour tour that I just described. So then there's that plus the lunch option. So that's basically the tour plus lunch, which is a Hobbit themed buffet lunch in the party marquee. But if your clients want something extra special, listen up for this one. There's an evening banquet tour. It goes every night. It's 4.5 hours, and it includes the tour plus a Hobbit banquet at the Green Dragon. You finish with a lantern lit walk. It's amazing. It's really popular. My top tip is, as soon as your clients start talking about going to New Zealand, if they want to go to the evening banquet, book that in as soon as you book their flights, because this one goes off like a pork chop in the sun. It's really popular. Now, there's a new product coming in December. This is a premium product. It's called Behind the Scenes. So this includes a movie set tour, but you get to go to bits that you don't usually see on the standard tour. You have a banquet lunch. You go visit the art department and see where everything comes to life, and then you finish up with a cheese platter while overlooking the Shire with a glass of bubbles. Sign me up. So, whatever your clients choose, it's going to be unforgettable, but just remember to book in advance. Now, off to the Hamilton Gardens, and this is probably best described as an outdoor living museum. I like to call it the most unbotanical gardens in the world. And here your clients can have a tour through different themed gardens, which basically represent different civilizations and eras. It's a huge site. It's 54 acres, and it's a perfect way to get amongst nature, but also learn a little bit about history. There's a new garden there. It's called the Egyptian Garden. There's other gardens like the Indian Charbagh Garden. You feel like you're just at behind the scenes at the Taj Mahal. It's stunning. And they also have a new dining venue, an exclusive dining place that you can book for your clients, and that's called the Summer House. The other thing that's just new and important to note for the gardens is there's now a paid entry. It's £9.60. I think that's fantastic value for money. These are some of the best gardens you'll see in the world. So there's self-guided tour, guided tour, audio tour, lots of options for your clients to explore. Onto my food, which is my favourite topic. Let's talk about the Red Barn. So that is also in the Waikato district, actually only 10 minutes from Hobbiton. So this is where your clients will enjoy a unique dining and farm experience. So this is a 5,000 acre working dairy farm, and your clients will enjoy group dining, do a premium taste of Waikato degustation with local food and wine pairings, breathtaking rural views. Absolutely getting rave review feedback about that. Now, finishing up the Waikato, let's talk about Sanctuary Mountain. This is an ecological reserve located 45 minutes south of Hamilton, the main city in the Waikato. This is a really cool space. This is one for your flora and fauna geeks, to be honest. Now, what's really interesting about Sanctuary Mountain is it's protected by the largest predator-proof fence in the world. So what you're going to find inside the fence is thousands of hectares. It's kind of like an island, really, where species thrive without predators. So your clients will get a really neat opportunity to see New Zealand's rich biodiversity in a natural environment. It's what New Zealand would have looked like before all the Europeans and even the Māori came. In terms of experiences, I want to just share one with you which really got my heart firing. It's called the Kiwi Release Experience. So as part of conservation efforts, Sanctuary Mountain are going to release 500 kiwi over the next 5 years. And so guess what? When your clients go on one of those experiences, they're going to get to see the release of one of our national birds, our iconic birds, the one that Alice and I are named after, the kiwi bird. So they are contributing directly to the preservation of that bird and our namesake, which I think's super special. Now on to my stomping ground, Rotorua. Now, we're a region that's really known for a lot of activity. We're very much an activity led destination, and anyone that's met me before knows that I will bang on till the cows come home that we're a 3 night destination, and that is simply because we have so much to do. We have Māori culture. So, if your clients want to come to New Zealand and experience the Indigenous or First Nations culture of New Zealand, Rotorua is the place where you do it. We're a bilingual city. About 40% of our population identifies as New Zealand Māori. And this is where your clients, this is where you can practice all your kia oras, right? So you won't go into a shop here and hear, "G'day, mate," or "hello," you're going to hear kia ora. So we have award-winning experiences. This is where you can taste the local food. This is where you can see the hangi, even see the haka in action. Now, I live on the second most active volcanic zone in the world. It keeps life interesting, let me tell you. So we've got erupting geysers like Pohutu, the largest geyser in the southern hemisphere. You can see that from Tapuia or Whakarewarewa, the Māori village. So, yeah, we have erupting geysers, bubbling mud, beautiful lakes. We even have lakes the colour of the Indian flag, because why not? But because of the geothermal, we have incredible spa and wellness opportunities, and again, really harnessing Mother Nature's resources. So, we are really well known for having fantastic spa and wellness opportunities. And what you might not know is we have a new-ish 5-star spa located right in the middle of downtown Rotorua on the lake. We're a lake city, and it's called Wairiki Hot Springs and Spa. Kids are not allowed. I love that. You've got to be 16 and up. And here you can do, for example, a 2-hour 5-stage multi-sensory wellness journey for about £90, which is fantastic value for money. So Wairiki is one I would definitely put on your client's must-do list. We have incredible nature experiences here. Put your hand up or give me a love heart off to the side if you knew we had glowworms. Well, we do. We have loads of them. And Real Rotorua became one of the top experiences in New Zealand for the last 2 years on TripAdvisor's awards. So Real Rotorua, for example, bottom right, you go for about a 2-mile walk in the forest at night with a torch. You see all the flora, fauna, bright of our waterfalls, and a whole heap of glowworms, and it's just amazing. But of course, we're home to the National Kiwi Hatchery, another conservation. We have the largest recreational forest in New Zealand, and we have 18 lakes. It's a shame someone else already took the name the Lake District. Anywho, moving on from nature to experiences, we have a ton of adventure here. A lot of adventure that New Zealand's really well known for, like the Zorb. So Alice, who's going to talk soon, she loves to roll down a hill inside a Zorb in her bikini in a ball of warm water with her little boyfriends in their Speedos, don't you, Alice? Or you could go ziplining in an ancient virgin rainforest. We're well known for our whitewater rafting. We have volcanoes that you can climb, and of course we are home to luge at Skyline Rotorua. So a ton of activities to offer there. In terms of accommodation, fun fact, we have 4,000 beds per night, so we have accommodation for everyone. If I read that out, you'll all fall asleep, and we want you to stay online and listen to Alice. So you, of course, get a copy of this, but there's a list of all of the different types of accommodation we have. And that's enough from me. Over to Alice.
Kia ora, guys. My name's Alice. Thanks, Lou. I'm not sure about the rolling down the hill with all my boyfriends, but we'll roll with it. Welcome to Lake Taupo. This is my hometown. Lake Taupo is the largest lake in Australasia. It's a very close drive to neighbouring regions, and it's right in the heart of the North Island. We're home to the iconic Hooker Falls, which pumps out 220,000 litres of water per second into the Waikato River. And we're haven for all of those that like to spend time outdoors. So world-class hiking, biking, water sports, golf. We also are renowned for foodie experiences and luxury stays. So we do recommend a 2-night stay in region, especially if your clients want to get off the beaten track, as we have something for everyone. So rolling into outdoor activities. So as you can see, a lot of our activities are based around the water. It's a big part of our region. So we've got jet boats, private charters on the lake. We also have helicopter packages. So they fly people down to the Hawke's Bay region for winery tours. They have heli biking and scenic flights. But what is really unique about our region is the Maori rock carvings on the right-hand side. So this is only accessible by boat or viewed by air, and it's a true piece of cultural artwork. I highly recommend you visit the Maori rock carvings if you come to Taupo. We also have Māori cultural experiences, such as Kai Waho, which is showing on the left-hand side. So this is an exclusive cultural cooking class. Highly recommend. It's super authentic. And we've also got the beautiful lava glass blowing studio. So they actually demonstrate how they make the glass that's featured in their shop. And they also have the best creamy mushrooms I've ever tasted in the cafe. So beautiful food. The Wide Arcade Terraces on the right-hand side is 100% iwi operated. So that's our Māori culture. They're in Taupo is Tūwharetoa, so that's owned by them. And the water is literally that blue. That photo hasn't been photoshopped, so it is amazing. And it's adults only as well, so amazing. Although we don't have many chain hotels, we are well known for our luxury lodges. So we've got the beautiful Hooker Lodge, which is actually reopening in March. It's been closed for a full refurb, so I'm very excited to go and see that. We've got Poronui and River Birches, which is really popular for those that come to region to fly fish on our rivers. And we also have beautiful hosted stays. So we've got the beautiful B&Bs, which Olive Rabbit is located in Turangi, which is south of Taupo. Again, popular for those fly fishing or walking the Tongariro Alpine crossing. So that is an absolute whistle stop of Taupo, and now I'm moving an hour and a half down the road south to Ruapehu. So the Ruapehu region is an off-the-beaten-track destination. It's home to two national parks, which is the Wanganui National Park and the Tongariro National Park. Sorry, I'm just having a few tech issues here. Yeah, sorry. Just So, sorry, get back to Ruapehu. So, the ethos for the Ruapehu region is to slow down and really connect with the land and the people. So, recommend a minimum of 2 nights stay. So, ideal 3. And if we move on to the Northern Explorer, so you can actually travel between Auckland and Wellington with stops in Taumaranui National Park in Awakuni. So the new product that's with Kiwi Rail is the fine dining experience. So this is the beautiful views of the national park while having a fine dining experience as you travel down the centre of the North Island, stopping in the Ruapehu region. The beautiful Whanganui River. So, fun fact about the Wanganui River is in 2017, it became the first river in the world to be recognised as a living entity and granted legal personhood. So, it's actually treated like a person. So, it's got huge connection between Māori and the river. Also, your guests, whilst they're in Ruapehu, can experience canoe journeys, which are multi-day. They can paddle on the river whilst learning about all the cultural immersion, and the river is home to so many stories and traditions from local iwi. Moving on to the beautiful Mount Ruapehu, which is home to the Skywalker gondola. So this is actually the longest gondola ride in New Zealand. So it's 1.8 kilometres, and the journey takes you above all the volcanic terrain. And once you reach the top, you can actually dine at the award-winning Knoll Ridge Chalet, which is 2,020 metres, I believe, above sea level. So once you're up there, you can just imagine the views are spectacular over the whole region. And this is a product I haven't tried, but I would love to. It's one of a kind. So you actually get to ride or your own rail cart along a decommissioned railway line. So yeah, it sounds fabulous. It's really authentic. And this is also home to Blue Duck Station. You may have heard of the what they call on top of the world. So it's a world fine dining experience. I did it earlier this year, and it is the best thing I have ever done. It was amazing. And like Topor, they don't have many chain hotels. However, they do have lots of sustainable stays, 100% off the grid. Luxury garden lodges, there's Blue Duck Station on top of the world on the left hand side, and the Powderhorn Chateau. So lots of boutique kind of alpine accommodation. And lastly, wrapping up Ruapehu, we've got the beautiful cycle trails. So it's home to 500 kilometres of cycle trails, two official Great Rides of New Zealand, and there's plenty of operators that sell or hire bikes, whether that be e-bikes or what we call in New Zealand muscle bikes, the one you actually have to work on. So yeah, lots of operators that will assist your guests in getting them to the trails. And handing back over to you, Lou.
Yeah, we've put it. Thank you, Alice. And just echoing what you say, just about the incredible array of activities in both Taupo and Rotorua. But what we've done is we put our heads together and we went, okay, well, what are the three? We were all forced to choose. What are the three best activities in each of the regions? So in the Waikato, the Hamilton Gardens, phenomenal. Hobbiton, which has look, it's distinctly different between all of the seasons. I think there's nothing better than watching all the flowers come out of retirement or hibernation, whatever we call it, and just coming alive in all of their bloomery, and it's just stunning. And of course, all around the Waikato, because you've got loads of dairy country over there, little babies, guys, baby sheep everywhere, lambs, delicious. Cool. So there's all of the information about the four top spring activities in all of the regions, and I do want to do a little shout out for our trade sector company that does some fantastic work for us in the UK, Zane, who I think shared his email a little bit before. If you need any information, Zane's a fantastic port of call, or reach out to any of us. All of our contact details were on each of our individual slides. And that is us, the Thermal Explorer Highway and Volcanic Loop Highway. Thank you. Thanks. Bye. Oh, thanks, guys. Loving the feedback.